Topic 1. Former President Trump's aggressive tariff policies impact global trade, with new tariffs affecting semiconductor imports, oil trade with India, and causing concern among global CEOs. Former President Donald Trump's aggressive tariff policies are significantly impacting global trade. He has decided to impose a 50% tariff on Indian products due to India's dealings with Russian oil, claiming that this supports Russia's war economy. This move is expected to severely affect India's trade with the U.S. Additionally, Trump announced a 100% tariff on semiconductor and chip imports, which will burden companies that do not manufacture in the U.S. However, companies like Apple may find opportunities to avoid these tariffs by expanding domestic manufacturing. These tariff policies are causing considerable confusion among global CEOs, as many companies struggle to adapt to the new trade environment, particularly in countries like Switzerland, which may face significant impacts on their export industries. While Trump's tariffs aim to readjust the U.S. economy and improve trade relations, they could lead to higher costs for consumers and businesses. Topic 2. The Bank of England cuts interest rates in response to potential inflation, impacting mortgages and savings amidst economic uncertainty from tariffs. The Bank of England, BOE, has cut its base interest rate from 4.25% to 4% in response to concerns over economic growth and inflation. This marks the fifth rate cut in the past year and is the lowest level since March 2023. The decision was made by a narrow 5-4 vote and aims to address economic uncertainty stemming from former President Donald Trump's global trade war. The rate cut is expected to lower borrowing costs, potentially boosting consumer and business confidence, although uncertainties regarding potential tax increases in the autumn budget remain. The BOE anticipates inflation will reach 4% by the end of the year, primarily due to temporary increases in food and energy costs, with a return to the target of 2% expected by the second quarter of 2027. While the rate cut may not significantly impact most borrowers with fixed-rate mortgages, it could provide immediate benefits to those with variable-rate loans, although savings rates may decline. The UK's unemployment rate has recently risen to 4.7%, indicating that economic growth slowdowns and global uncertainties are weighing on employers. The UK government is pursuing long-term economic growth through infrastructure investment and international trade negotiations. Topic 3. Intel's CEO faces scrutiny over alleged ties to a Chinese company, with calls for resignation from political figures. Intel's CEO, Pat Gelsinger, is facing scrutiny over alleged ties to a Chinese company, leading to calls for his resignation from political figures. Former President Donald Trump has demanded Gelsinger's immediate resignation, citing a serious conflict of interest. Republican Senator Tom Cotton has expressed concerns about the implications of Intel's operations on U.S. national security and has requested information regarding Gelsinger's investments in Chinese companies. Gelsinger has previously been linked to investments in companies associated with the Chinese military, and his former company, Cadence Design Systems, was fined for selling chips to a Chinese military university. In response to these allegations, Intel has stated its commitment to national security and the defense ecosystem. Amidst this controversy, Intel's stock price has been declining,